And we are back with more Elden Ring. Last time we left off, we have descended into the sewers and potentially below of Leyndell, the royal capital. Current goal is basically to look for the Three Fingers, since what clues we've gotten pointing to the location of it should be somewhere down here. Now that said, we have yet to really find our Three-Finger Maiden, who we were feeding eyeballs to much earlier in the game. So it's a bit surprising that she hasn't popped up yet again. But, I mean, last time we did see her was in Relicario. Which, look at that cinematic merchant. And we do need to pop in basically at War Counselor E.G. at some point. But yeah. And basically in the sewers we found this place, which appears to be a dungeon within a dungeon. Which, yeah, the Leyndell Catacombs. To go in with shield or to go in with fisticuffs, although lantern first and foremost. Actually, let's give our Godskin Peeler a bit of a go here. Last few times we've given it a bit of a shot. It's not been too great, but I'm hoping with additional experience it'll be better. Okay, well, something is vomiting acid. Although, I am reminded real quick. Alright, we're going to go into equipment here. So we have Margit Shackles, but I was, not reminded. So I double-checked with my soul-selling friend about... We recently got Mog's Shackles. Or Mog's Shackle. Okay, both Shackle singular. And it sounds like this should also still have, like, secret revealing power. It might have a lower, like, radius. But given that I think Margit Shackles, the radius is almost too huge for what it unveils. Or unveils. Like, Mog Shackle might be better. So let's roll with Mog Shackle for a bit. Alright, who is vomiting? I am wondering if they're going to be infinite zombies or not. I mean, I did stun lock them, so I do wonder how this would work in crowds. Of course. Not much against AoE. Or not AoE, range attacks. And we just got vomited on while we spun. It's like, I feel like I need to find a better time and place to use it. Alright, lantern back on. Boy, in hindsight, what did I leave off with rune-wise? Every time I start recording, I forget where I was with the runes. Alright, only 9,000. Not too bad. Alright. And we know if we rush in, we're just gonna get vomited on from up above. I mean, it's not bad at continuous damage there. It was a bit too slow for that. Ooh, okay, yeah, these guys do... Even just that bite did some pretty, strong instant damage. I am kind of glad you can cancel out into the slam down a bit earlier, because that kind of, like, lifts up enemies. Okay, that we know there's potentially, though, some dudes up above. Oh, they're not there anymore, okay. Alright, toxic mushroom. And then... yeah, that statue is probably the lever that we're going to need to open up the boss door. Ooh, now think about it. Okay. So same animation as Margit Shackles. I wasn't certain if it might have like more of like a red tint to it, but it did not. Like I'm keeping an eye out for any ambushes from around corners. Okay, we got some zombies over there. And another alert to me. There we go. And then, yeah, there we are. Takes a bit of getting used to for a new weapon type, but I'm slowly getting the hang of it. Oh, Ghost Glovewort 6, not bad. I think. Boy, is Ghost Glovewort 6 the one that we can already buy, or am I thinking... I always mix up Ghost Glovewort and Grave Glovewort. Surprised that zombie's not getting... I guess he is getting burnt, but he just doesn't really care. Ah, it's an explodey one. Yep, just let it out. So I wonder if they were non-explodey ones before? Oh. Oh, that guy's already dead. Alright. Okay, so the flames are coming from over there. So now we can find out exactly what the range is here on Mog Shackles. Like, would I be able to turn it off? Okay, so that did work from this far away. Oh, and in hindsight... You can't tell basically that statue is the same statue we saw up above from the room with the zombies vomiting down, so I don't know if that is indicative of where the lever is or not for the boss. Yeah, quite a few. Statues here. Okay, the big question is if I go in there, am I going to get vomited by a different zombie? Oh, okay. There's like a cloud that lasts. Alright, toxic mushroom, and we can get up there. Whoop. Didn't mean to do that. Alright, send that back down. And I guess we might as well go check out the secret. Ah, great, one of these guys. Alright, my current running theory here is use Rotted Breath and then hope he can't fit through the door. Alright, cool. Properly infected. Then we can probably just throw spears at him. And let the rock do its job. Alright, good. Rot is still ticking away. Sometimes I debate about having an actual, like, rot applying weapon, like that one dagger we got, but... I mean, ranged rot is best rot, because that way we don't actually have to get close to a big, scary, very high damage-dealing beast like this guy. There we go. Hooray for small doors. Alright. These guys are weird. I know basically I did ask my soul's living friend if these guys are omens or omen killers, but I guess these guys are omens. Now what that means, I don't know. As I bonk this guy's head constantly. But alright, what was he guarding? Something involving the three fingers? Crucible Scale Talisman. Reduces damage taken from critical hits. Alright. A talisman fashioned from a scale that embodies the aspects of various creatures, said to have grown on the human body long ago. Reduces damage taken from critical hits. A vestige of the crucible of primordial life, born partially of de-evolution, was considered a signifier of the divine in ancient times, but is now increasingly disdained as impurity as civilization has advanced. Interesting. Especially when contrasted against those, like, that wing talisman we got not too long ago that is very similar. Talking about how humans used to have this, talking about de-evolution, the crucible of primordial life, which we know goes back to the dragon stuff too, for the crucible knights themselves. So I wonder if the omens are connected back to the crucible. And then I was also told that I should read... Yeah, there's the Omen Smirk Mask. That's basically the Omen Killers. Yeah, I was told that I should read some of the descriptions of... Yeah, I think basically some of, like, yeah, the Radagon spells here. One of the incantations of the Golden Order Fundamentalists, a gift of gratitude to the young Maquella from his father, Radagon, produces a golden ring of light, and fires it across a wide area, charging enhances range, and yet the young Maquella abandoned fundamentalism, for it could do nothing to treat Melania's accursed rot. This was the beginning of unalloyed gold. And then Law of Regression, which I thought we already read. Like, I thought we read all of these before, but doing it just in case. Incantation of the Golden Order Fundamentalist, one of the key fundamentals. Heals all negative statuses, dispels special effects, and reveals mimicry in all its forms. The Fundamentalists describe the Golden Order through the power of aggression and causality. Regression is the pull of meaning that all things yearn eternally to converge. Yeah, I do wonder basically how much regression is compared to devolution in the more recent stuff we have. There's also the Lord's Heal, incantation bestowed by the two fingers upon the tarnished deemed worthy of becoming a lord. Heals a massive amount of HP for the caster and nearby allies. Hold to continue praying and delay activation. Tarnished, oh tarnished, seek the Erdtree and stand before America, its queen. Become the Elden Lord. And this one I do know that we read because that's where we learned that it cures poison, which, like, that's why we have it now instead of actual cure poison. Is there anything else that I forgot to read the description of? I don't think so. I did also read the Shadow Bait we just got not too long ago. Which I am kind of curious about how it'll do in pseudo PvP battles. Figure. Check for any secrets here, even though that does kind of turn off this trap, but we can just fall back down if we need to. Oh. Nothing else down here, okay. So, alright. Yeah, I guess back down we go. I already got... Pretty certain I got this. Yes, I did. Alright, cool. Me and my extremely short-term memory. Oh yeah, and then... Yeah, let's go with this. Okay, dead. Why are all these guys dead? Right, not seeing anything that would drop down from above us. Alright, that didn't, like, reveal anything. Ooh. You didn't see me, despite the fact you're staring at me. Can't tell if this guy's doing this intentionally or not. Okay, there we go. It's punching time. Alright, heal. Oof. I should have rotted him. I mean, thankfully the first mandatory one of these guys that we had to fight. Man, part of it is just I need to get better at fighting them. I mean, I was doing not too bad of a job way back when with just, spear and shield. Alright. Run this way. Let them vomit their hearts out. We're just gonna run around them. Oh yeah. Lantern. Shackles. Yep. Just run past. Oh. Alright. Now to see if we can't sneak get our runes. Oof. Alright. Healing. Man, I remember fighting these guys in that one dungeon. Dang it. Yep, come on. Swing. Big issue is they can combo quite a few additional attacks here. Oof. Uh-oh. Thought I had basically potion, but I had not. Oof. Just gotta do the old song and dance. I can't tell if that did any damage or not. Okay, good. Alright, let's go for the heal. Oof. Yeah, it's kind of like getaway slash where like he'll swing the sword and then retreat. There we go. I mean, a big part is just how much damage those guys can deal. 2 hits to death. Though I do recall my Souls Living friend mentioning that I am, like, probably under-equipped in terms of my current health for where I should be. Alright, go to Rune 11. Which I guess makes sense. We've kind of, you know, taken for granted in our quest to get 50 faith, like, any upgrades to health and mana and whatnot, so that is why that is our current next priority, to put points into that. And kind of figured this would be the case. That said, I want to check out both paths. can't tell how many of them spawn. There we go. Oh, he actually gave a... No, he didn't give Frenzy. He only gave Poison. I gave Frenzy to myself. So that is not a clue as to the Three Fingers' whereabouts. But alright, that ambush survived. Now how do all the things connect? Alright, shield at the ready. Oof, down to 4 healing flasks. Huh. Okay, so we made a full loop. But I thought... Huh. I could have sworn that one of these rooms had a statue up above. I am tilting my head because I don't recall hitting a lever. Alright, I guess we'll go into the mysteriously open door. I don't think rats would be too good against these type of guys. But Black Knife or Kindred of Rot might be. There we go. Alright, one down. Just in case a fight? Like a boss fight? Oh, very mysterious. Just crackling all the bones here. Need stamina back. Phew. There we go. Oh, right. Now, what are we dealing with? Why did that door open by itself? I assume it's because I killed the one big dude. But what are they guarding? Golden Rune 11? There has to be more here, right? This entire place feels very suspicious. Nope. Really thought that something might reveal itself. There's like no exit. And I mean, even as like a catacomb, I mean, yeah, there's some big questions here. I mean, well, I was gonna say, to say nothing of the sound that we're hearing, but I think that's actually coming from above. Alright, so we took down these guys. Because this place is pretty short, we're gonna do a quick loop just to make sure that nothing's been overlooked. As I constantly slam that on the ground, I assume it's gonna go back and forth activating that. Huh. How did these guys die? Because this was the run I thought I ran past these dudes. And okay, so Mog Shackle is a pretty wide range, given, like, way over in this room I'm seeing the flame turret turn on and off. Okay, let's see. Alright. Distant corner. Come back. Yep. Alright, might as well turn it back off again. Yeah, it really kind of makes you wonder there's an additional secret here, given these very peculiar statues. And how the door opened by itself. And what are up with the omens here? Okay, they're getting up now. Alright, backstab. I am quite perplexed. Whoa! Okay, there's more to this place than meets the eye. Ouch. Alright, need to heal. Uh-oh. Alright, need stamina back. Okay, dodge all of these. Gotta be very careful here. Uh-oh. Oof. Alright, dodge all of this. There we go. Alright, that zombie guy is still alive down here. Stab him in the back. Yeah, what is going on with this place? Why did these guys suddenly emerge and appear? And that window over there, we don't know where that window connects to. Aww. It's like if I drop down... Oh yeah, and that plant had appeared before, now it's gone on the grave. Just what is going on? Okay, well the zombies are still dead. Oh, but this only has one way to go now. Okay, I think I'm being tricked by the terrain. I think we've been actually going down all along, and what I thought was suddenly the door being opened, that was just an open door not at the very beginning. Which, in hindsight, I should have gone up on that flame turret on the previous go-about. Ah, crap, they're all getting up. Not great for my roots and whatnot. It's kind of funny that I totally didn't fall for the same trick in the previous dungeon, but this dungeon I fell for it. That is the seemingly same terrain that's actually not the same. Honestly, I should have registered it faster, but I guess it is the very beginning of the recording. Okay, there's the window. Uh-oh. I say uh-oh because I thought I heard zombies spawning. Alright, stamina back. Oh! Okay, gives us a chance to do the full gamut again. And now we know we don't need to beat the guys in the fake boss room. Alright. Yep, there's that quote-unquote locked door. Well, I don't know why I say quote-unquote. That one's the literal locked door. All the rest basically here is just illusions. Alright, run, run, run. Turn off the trap. Run past these guys, and we're just gonna run past them all for the most part. Alright, stamina back before I have to be careful at dodging this guy. Yep, 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 yep. Alright, I know I'm supposed to go up those stairs. And this was the open boss door. Wow, okay, this guy chases for quite some time. Alright, fine, we'll fight. Okay, maybe we shouldn't fight. I don't want to fight, mister. Okay, he can't get in. I'm hoping this won't lure one of the guys behind me, though. Ouch. Alright. Top off, good. They're not sneaking up on me. Yeah, kind of makes me wonder all the more about then where the summoning thing's coming from, because if we're further down than I thought, then we should be hearing that. Okay, root resin. I think that's my blood that's on that coffin. Alright. I still think it's probably in our best interest to just... Well, Alright, we're just gonna run past all these guys. And then I don't think I checked out this version of this room. Maybe I did, because I was mistaken for why the guys were quote-unquote dead. But we didn't check out the flame turret. Alright. Not seeing anything immediately. Okay, is there anything special in this version of the church? Ooh, okay. Huh. mean, I guess okay. I don't trust the fact its back is turned to me, but should be fine. Alright, and then prepare for that guy down below who's gonna come running up to greet us. Oh. Alright, that works. Alright, another forked hatchet. Okay. I'm gonna say, no secret, but I actually didn't look around that much, but okay, I don't see a secret. I would still like to get my runes back, though. Okay. Where am I? It's quite the confusing dungeon, but I do like it though. It's definitely a bit of a mind game. Okay, there's that statue we saw. Right. Down you go. Alright, Sacrament the Bud. And there we are. Alright, somewhere a heavy door is opened. So the boss is now available, but our runes are currently further down into the dungeon. Which I don't think's the worst thing, because we can grab it, and if we need to die, we can always drink some of the Wondrous Physique, and hopefully the Don't Lose Runes on Death effect will take an effect. Like, effect versus effect? The effect will... Huh. When you say the effect will take effect, is that both with ease? But alright, go over here. Bonk that back down. Oop. Okay, so falling on it counted as, like, dealing damage, quote-unquote. Which kind of makes sense, since we've broken skulls that way. Alright, yeah, I gotta let these guys up. Going to try and sneak around this guy, but I don't know if he's programmed to, like, activate at a certain distance. Okay, cool. Don't need to worry about him chasing us all the way down. Okay, so we can go this way. We're gonna ignore that room since we know they get up. Yeah, thankfully we ran back. Might as well Mog Shackle. Yeah, okay, so that just window connects over to the previous floor, I want to say? So in hindsight... You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna grab this real quick. Brave Billboard 9. Alright, now where? Yeah, so we go this way. Oh. Okay, that turned back on. Alright, then we turn it off. Yeah, so this should get us back to the entrance. Cool. Weird puzzle, all seemingly solved up. There we go this way, we drop down, and we go back to the spot of grace at the very beginning. Wait, no. I'll admit, I almost just jumped off this cliff here thinking it was a room, but no, this is just death. Okay, that explains also why we heard the jingling, so we're actually going higher, not lower. I don't think I need to worry about any omens around here, so we should be able to just go forward. Yep, there's a statue. Nothing else was being missed from up here. Yeah. Jump down and run. Alright. Quickly use the Spot of Grace here. Alright. Now we're ready to actually fight, I think. I do wonder what type of boss we're going to be dealing with. I get the feeling it'd probably be an omen, but it's not always easy to tell. What I'm thinking of doing, though, because I've always wanted to try this, or not always, I've been curious about this for a while. I want to cast Howl of Shabiri to gain aggro, but then I want to summon rats. All right, there we are. Giant rat ashes. Eskar, Priest of Blood. Sadly, I didn't even get the chance. Little dude ran right at me. Gotta say, this guy kind of reminds me of the weird blood death PvP guy from Dark Souls 2. The one that was at the, after the horse, the death chariot area. You go up, and then he's kind of, up there. But alright, so that did not quite work. Alright, turn on this. Who would be best? Oh boy, the fact he runs right at you. I don't know if Mimic would be the best because it takes up stuff there. So let's try... yeah, Black Knife. Alright, there we go. No mana. Alright, that. And then I think we can try the old Spectral Lance here. I say, but man, this guy's kind of tiny and dodging it. There we go. Lord of Blood's Exaltation. I know I had to step up my game when I saw how much damage my Black Knife was taking. Good old punching things. Alright. Blood loss in vicinity increases attack power. Okay. A talisman depicting the exaltation of the Lord of Blood raises attack power when blood loss occurs in the vicinity. Render up your offering of blood to your lord. Drench my consort's chambers, slake his cocoon's thirst. His awakening shall herald the dawn of our dynasty. I mean, we know from Mog Shackle that the Lord of Blood is an omen, so he's gonna have horns. So I wonder if the guy depicted here is him? Because it looks like one of the omens, but dressed like a robe, or dressed like a cleric. What with the robe and all. Alright. No sign of the Three Fingers, though. I'm a bit curious. Where does this take me? Where does it think the entrance is? Like, am I still in the sewers, or does it, like, put me back way up in the capital? Okay, so it just puts me back at the Gracier. The other reason for kind of wondering is that, like, we've already pillaged what we can down here, so we need to go back to the sewers properly. Yeah, the underground roadside. Which I think basically is us just continuing down this road. Yeah, because we never opened that door yet. And yeah, so dealing with these guys, just doing the old-fashioned dance seems to be the best bet. Alright, let's first get this guy's attention. You know, I probably should have kept on trying to hit him. There we go. Good, his friend hasn't been drawn to the combat yet. There we go. Okay, that's the door. We opened up that. Oh. How do I get up there? It's like, you just know that treasure's gonna be grease or something again. I don't know if it's really worth fighting the omen over that way, given that we have another omen in front of us. Okay, good. He started to dodge. Ouch. Oh, I thought my shield was at the ready. Alas, not the case, though we are slowly encroaching on another level up here. Yeah, I do wonder if basically Frenzy Pike is a better way to go, or regular Pike. I want to get that back. Whew. Alright, let's not get too close to his friend. There we go. Alright. Turn my lantern back on. Alright, time to engage with this guy here. Stamina back. There we go. Excellent. Alright, much smoother than the previous time. Blood-soaked manchettes and blood-soaked mask. Ooh. So why all the blood stuff down here? I thought I was going to be finding the Three Fingers, not Mog. Masks form from tightly wound bandages soaked through with blood. Even the most ghastly cover is more inviting than the festering face beneath. And manchettes form from tightly wound bandages soaked through with blood. Any protection is welcome from the festering arms beneath. Huh. We've yet to really encounter an NPC wearing complete bandages like that. Okay, well they obviously want us to drop down. Alright, more omens that way. I figured that there's a lever on the other side of the store. Yep, I think there it is. Alright, I hear rats. Okay, the rats are not homing in on our position as we speak, which is good. I should very much keep my back in mind. Good. Preserving boluses. Okay, no secrets revealing itself. I want to be a bit careful about how many of the spectral lances I use, given that it does cost mana. Ooh. And we should be able to take out this guy by himself. Right or left? Left has treasure. Ooh. Alright, wait for it to explode again. And then... oh, more than one. Now that said... oh boy, okay, we're poisoned. Where is that one spell I took out exactly for this one scenario? Yeah, mana. Should have seen that coming. That. No, there you go. Alright, guard up. Guard up again, waiting for it to... yep, there we go. Alright, for a calling finger remedy. Then we'll need to do that all over again. That should be fine. Yeah, there we go. Uh-oh. Alright, so that's more than one plant. Well, more than two, quite frankly. Ah, yeah, there's the other one. Oh, no you don't. That. Stab, stab, stab. Shield at the ready. I can't really seem to land the crit hit there. Alright, then... And now think about it. Beast of Utility. Alright, back to Lord's Aid. Okay, what are you guarding? Need to wait for a good chance here to get in at least with a Frenzy Flame Thrust. Alright, should be dissipating soon? Take care of that. Although, yep. Alright, Frenzy Flame again. Okay, wait for it, and... there we go. Hey, good. Finally got the crit hit off on this guy. There we go. Alright, why did we have to work our way through 3 plants for that? So, back up we go. I'm hoping this will open up a shortcut where we can kind of avoid the omens. Alright, we're dealing with hands now. Come on. There we go. Alright, Ruin Arc. Oh, dropped on its own. There we go. Thankfully, we know their weakness is fire. Aha! Alright. Banner back. I don't see you with that little bait. Ouch. Oh. Not ideal, but adjustable. Boy, needing to run through all those plants. But I think this should be fine. And honestly, the big guys are going to be the bigger issue. This is kind of insane on my part, but ignore it. Ignore me. Everybody ignore me. Oh, that is the wrong way. Don't mind me, rats. Phew. All right. Alright, and then lantern back on, so we can actually see what we're doing. Then, there we go. Alright, we know that that guy's not going to move on his own, because he's kind of waiting for the trap to spring. Now which would be... No, I think basically a Frenzy Flame Thrust is best. There we go. Lost Ash of the Vor. Just had to keep the pressure on there. Any secrets? Yep. Somber Smithing's down 7.
Let me out. Let me out of here. I must eat more. Defile more. Everything that matters to you. For generations to come. I am the Dung Eater. A scourge upon the living.
And if you attack me, I attack you back. That's how this goes. Use sewer jail key.
Who are you?
Leave your jail? You know what? Sure.
I've been here long enough. I will kill again. And defile each corpse with care. Just to be sure that when they're reborn, they'll be cursed. Along with their children. And their children's children. For all time to come.
Alright, you go have fun.
I will kill again. And defile each corpse with care. Just to be sure they'll be good.
It's kind of interesting that his armor has kind of like the shaved off omen horns. Alright, not seeing anything else in here. Bit surprised he didn't try to attack me, but alright. Okay, now the more pressing matter at hand. Running back through all these guys. I hope I don't come to regret that decision, but we'll find out. I mean, as long as none of the most vital vendors are, like, compromised, like, you know, as long as I can still upgrade my spirits, upgrade my weapons, and all that stuff, should all be good. So, ew. Okay, having a bit of trouble burning these guys. Just in case, burn the top off. Wonder if I can kind of get both of them 2 for 1. Nope. Oh, okay. Alright, top off. And then... yeah, maybe I-beams. There we go. And then I-beam this one. Alright, cool. Path is clear. Except for that one way at the far end, but we'll take care of him now. Or we'll attempt to take care of him. Alright. There we go. Oof, even more of these slugs. Okay, that cleared out all of them. Then we can poke this guy. More slugs. Alright, glass shard. I almost feel like I should deplete all the areas that don't have falling first. Just in case I miss a jump. Okay. Do I go for the stab? I think I go for the stab. Only got the one, but... Okay, I will try... Yeah, I think another Scouring Black Flame is in order. And then... might be better with a Flame Thrust here. It's like having to unblock all the pipes. Alright, no luck there. Tempted to just kind of Scarlet Rot on through the pipes, but I get the feeling that that wouldn't really help that much. Given these guys probably would enjoy the rot. There we go. Okay, 1, 2. Make sure we don't get attacked from the side. Okay, all cleared. Does not open from this side, okay. Man, I wonder how big the sewer network is. But okay, so we go back to that one jump. Oh, I wonder if that's if you fall down below, kind of like we have to deal with. Because, yeah, in theory, up here... Yeah, I think that would, like, lead down to that room. Alright, Rainbow Stone Arrow Fledged. Why do you want to shoot rainbow stones? I guess, for double-checking. Arrow whittled from animal bones, tipped with chips of rainbow stone, colored light shines at the point of impact. Okay, it's probably like judging distance. Alright, go down here. Yeah, I think the way to do it is scour the ground ones with this flame. And then take care of the ones above with Spectral Lance. I think that's the most mana-efficient way to do it, assuming that they all land. Alright. Another pipe cleared. Like a grimdark version of the original Mario. Okay. Okay, good. It didn't attract the other one. Running a bit low on mana now. Okay, that's the treasure we were trying to get to. I have a somewhat bad vibe about this place. thankfully. Guy sitting right there didn't seem to take any offense to his friend dying. But again, that's one of the great parts about Spectral Lance. The enemies do not seem to really bother to help each other when it comes to Spectral Lance. Yeah, I was wondering about that. Can't tell if 2 or 1. That did not do the damage I thought it was going to do. Although it's doing damage over time? Oh yeah, because it was a heal over time. Yeah. There we go. 4,000 runes for just waiting it out. And risking potential instant death there, but you know, it worked out. Alright, Ghost Glove worked 6. Grave Violet. Which, why did that pop up as new? I thought we've gotten a number of Grave Violets before. Yes, I think we have. Yeah, we have 73. Okay. Not noticing anyone else, nor is Target Lock picking up on anybody else. And obviously there is that one over there. Wait a minute. How do we get in over there? Well, we can at the very least start clearing the way a bit. For once we do find the path there. There we go. So there has to be a pipe that drops down into there, right? And either that or there's a door over here that we didn't notice. Or maybe secret? Yeah. Last bit of mana top off that we can do for right now. Okay, so there's a door from that side. Okay, no easy way to seemingly get there. Huh. Yeah. Wonder how I get in there then. The perceived value of that treasure is slowly increasing in my mind due to increasing difficulty getting to it. But okay, I don't think this was a dead end? Okay, we got more slugs, so we haven't gone this path. Alright, 1, 2, and 3. Don't think I don't see you 2. Yeah, I kind of figured that would happen, though. Fireproof dried liver, and nothing else. Crap. I mean, we know what to do with these guys. To a certain extent. Alright, time to run. Oh, it didn't even get him, though. We're out of healing. I don't know if they could fit through... Yeah! I mean, I say as if there's anything I can do about that, but... Yeah, there kind of is. Like, we know a safe retreat point now. And he's still looking this direction. Come on. Also, I thought I heard a slug behind me, but alright, not the case. Kind of wear off. Though I feel like if I'm going to do the poke here, even though this requires me to be a bit closer, dang it. Because we might have more health than we have mana. I'd normally be more aggressive if not for the fact that I'm carrying a lot of runes, and we are very deep in. There we go. Whew! Lucky that doorway was there. Alright. If I could find a spot of grace, that'd be quite excellent. And no one else is gonna suddenly appear, right? Alright, Summer's Physics doing 8. Ooh, okay. We need a shortcut. Okay, this should be the gate that I thought I saw way earlier. Yep, alright, cool. So in theory, we could cash out the stuff now and then, like, rush, but I'm a bit curious also what's behind this door. Don't be a boss. Don't have me just walk into a boss room. Huh. I mean, I cannot find the Three Fingers anywhere. This does feel like a potential candidate. Now that said, before I cash out my ruins, there's parts of this very long, twisting sewer network that we did not check. And while it is mostly clear, we should take advantage of that. It's alright, run back. And that was a dead end down that way. We came from, I think, here. Yeah, we jumped over. Which means if we go down... Okay, so that's this one. Then we'll loop back around. Yes, this way. I gotta be a bit careful that I don't take for granted that everything is clear, because I might just run into, like, an area where there is gonna be guys. Okay, this was one I just fell down, I think. Which way was which? This was the way down below to seeing the treasure from the locked door side. Yep, alright. So then falling in from here... should be the way to get the treasure. Hopefully. Maybe. Alright. Yeah, that's a dead end. Just in case, I'm gonna run this real quick. Alright, Grey Violet. Grey Violet. Stone Sword Key. Alright, cool. The reason I ran that was just in case one of those, like, giant multi-hand wraith things, like, popped out of the ground again. Since we don't have the mana, basically, to try and apply the heal over time on it, then... running is what we had to do. Okay. So that takes care of that treasure. Which, hey, Stone Sword Key. Not too shabby. But alright. I think... that covers everything, because this one was just how to get down there. If I go back over here, it should be the rats. Yes. Alright, cool. Fully mapped out pipeways. So then if we go back to the underground road side, we should be able to cash in these 90,000 some runes, and level up, and then start making even more progress. And hey, this level up will finally start getting some more health. So that is very quick good. Oh, no. Actually, we are on FP next. Should I just go down the list? Probably. I mean, we use all of the stats here, so... I mean, after all, running out of mana was a bit of a detriment just now, so... But alright. Time to take down these guys yet again. Yeah, dang to us each hitting each other. And then... that's one nice thing about Spectral Lens is that it does have that, whew! That it does have the, like, knock ability where it kind of staggers the enemy briefly, so if they do get right up in front of me as the lance is about to go off, generally speaking, they don't have super armor. Sometimes they do, but more often than not, they'll get interrupted from whatever attack they're about to inflict on my face. There we go. Sight. There we are. To finish them off. Yeah, there we are. Okay, now we gotta take down the two that were this way that were guarding a treasure. It's like I know we could have technically gotten a few more lances off there, but not enough to finish off either of these two. Okay, that's the big guy jumping down, I'm figuring. And just lure him away from his friend. Gotta be careful he doesn't dodge and have his friend take one instead and then aggro them both. Dang it. And I need to make sure that I don't run backwards into that one waiting down the road. At least these guys are like 2,000 runes a pop. As I say, do take a bit of work to kind of get all the way through. Alright. Not gonna get this far and whiff it on this guy, so make sure that we're capped off. Oh. Turn on the lantern, though. Yeah, it's hard to tell sometimes between the super horned up ones and... I think this guy's a normal one. Crap. I thought big guy jumped down, but that might not have been the case in terms of, like... He might have jumped back up. Heal from that. Can't take any risks. Whew. Ideally, big guy goes back to his I'm gonna jump down below area so we can actually grab that treasure. Okay, that appears to have been the case. Sounds like he jumped back down again. Yeah, he must have, like, jumped all the way back up when he heard the noise. Alright, Smithing's there in 7. It's like, Spectral Lance taketh and giveth, in terms of, like, it's nice because you can draw enemies by themselves, but sometimes when it hits, like, every enemy is very intrigued where the sound of that spear went, and so you can get people really moving out of position. There we go. I gotta say, this entire area gives me flashbacks to that one thing in Dragon's Dogma, that really long, twisting, spiraling, well, ritual area. Could I sneak up on him? Then, hey, there we go. Give him the old Sparta boot. Alright, Grace Mimic. Huh. I mean, I guess, did I try going up instead of down? Aha, there we go, okay. Hey, now think about it, it's like that, the end of Dark Souls 3 type area 2. That was much smaller, though. So yeah, drop down over here. Alright, Sombra Smithing's down 6. I figure sneaking is best in case any zombies want to take a bite out of me. Alright, no zombies waiting around the corner to grab me if I try to go for this guy. Alright, string. Huh, for a brief second I thought the water was closer than it actually is. Okay, I'm going to assume that this would slowly lead down. So I don't think I need to risk jumping. Alright, warming stone. What would be a stronger attack against these guys? Probably fire? That appears to be a plant, but I can't tell for certain. The fact that the crate's hiding it, I get the feeling it's going to try and burst through, so... try and preemptively get that. Alright. Path is clear. Okay, I'm not seeing any secret down there, but... okay, shackles don't reveal anything. And nothing but double-checking time. Alright, we are technically still good at time. We're at time, but like, at the hour 30-ish mark right now, so... I think there's basically... at least another 30 minutes. Worst comes to worst, hour we kind of gonna squeeze in here. Because I've yet to come across any sign of the frenzy yet, which is perplexing. Preserving boluses. Oh boy, more pipe work. Hello. I was kind of waiting for it to jump at the last second and dodge that one, but thankfully it did not. I wonder, would Fisticuffs be really good against these guys? Just kind of start wailing into them. Alright. That guy wants to play. Play. I try to be friendly to the zombie nobles, but sometimes it's not appreciated. Okay, that's not open from this side. Kind of getting the vibe that's going to open from the far end. I keep expecting holes in the ground again, but not seeing any so far. Alright, up we go. Ah, crap again. Yep, there. Got him. Oh, he's turning around. Or not. Is. I mean, hey, as long as he's taking damage, that's the most important part. him taking damage and me not being any immediate threat of death. Can't tell if he's walking away from me or looking at me walking away. Yeah, okay, he's looking at me walking away. So he still doesn't trust me. As he shouldn't. Can't dodge in a tunnel. There we go. Omen? Bairn. Unleashes FP? Wait, no, uses FP to unleash wraiths that chase down foes. Doll of a curse-born Bairn. Uses FP to unleash wraiths that chase down foes. Omen babies have all their horns excised, causing most to perish. These fetishes are made to memorialize them. Please don't hate me or curse me. Please. I wonder if that's the type of curses that Dung Eater refers to when he says he's going to curse people. Because since he has all those like horns shaved off on his armor, I kind of wonder, maybe he's like a little tiny omen and he's really angry about being cursed? Alright, going Centipede. A bit strange it's on a grave right here. Last shard. Where is this path going? I kind of wonder if I'm going to go back to the door near the roadside tunnel and open up the a shortcut here. Can't tell if that's an imp statue or something else. Ah, here we go. Aha, okay. We're on top of that pipe in that one area. Alright, poison stone. I don't think we've gotten one of those before. Throw at enemies to cause buildup of poison. A small stone with a poison core. Miners employ these stones as tools for pest extermination, but I've long forgotten how to craft them. Is this the door I think it is? Hey! Excellent. I always enjoy additional shortcuts being opened up here. Well, there's a couple of different potential paths to take. Though I guess in hindsight, I don't know if I could jump that and get onto that pipe and try to go over there. But I mean, obviously can do with this one. And might as well knock that guy down. Alright, up we go. Hello. I'm going to assume that this loops back over to the other area. That is the one that we saw coming into this area. There we go. Alright, I'm kind of glad that this guy's... Well, he was rushing over at me. Now he wants to play the waiting game. Okay, go over here. Looks like it's another drop down to loop around. Huh. How would I get up there? I can't help but want to do this because they always do it to me. Dang it. There we go. Is there any reason to go that way? Let's go. Just want to jump up over here. And the only reason I can kind of... There we go. Think of would be if something was going to attack from over there, but I thought it was going to be an omen, not just a regular dude. Alright, go to Rune 10. And yeah, I hear this Garib, but in hindsight, so I wonder if it was these pipes that I was actually walking around. So maybe the Scarab's inside a pipe. Just because I'm curious as to the reasoning. Let's go down here just to see if there's something I'm not seeing. Now we know that there's one of these guys on the opposite side here, because we always taken care of him before. Yeah, but I see you. Nope. You. I said I'm still not seeing any reason why I'd want to go over there. There we go. Come on. And down you go. Oh, or not. But okay, yeah, there's no entry into the pipe from over here. Now that jingling, it sounds like it'd be coming from inside that pipe there. But I don't know how to judge which pipe is which pipes that I've been walking through. So many pipes. Pipes for days. Although, double check, make sure it's not a secret way into the pipes. That's the dead one. But okay, so we go over here. Then we go across. That should be the thing that we saw from the other side. Ah, and then, yep, enter way into the pipes. Ooh. Alright. I thought that was a ladder down to a platform, but no, okay. So... boom. And then, yeah, so the nobles that we saw on the other side... I never trust a rat that's fleeing from me. You just know it's leading me to an ambush. Alright, go to Ruin 11. Can I make the shot? It looked like it should have connected, but it did not. There we go. So at the very least, he can't come to bite me in the butt if I'm going down this... Okay, now there's a drop down here. Now that said, I mean, the jingling we heard was from this direction in the pipes. I don't know which way would be a more correct way than not. Increased jingling. Okay. So at least mana flask back, and we're still hearing another jingling. So we still have the possibility of finding some more ashes. Okay, so that one curves enough in that direction. But the jingling sounds like it's coming from over here. Alright, that's for health. Huh. Now, why would I want that? Ooh, Eye of Yilog. Alright, so we're getting close to the frenzy. Ooh, I wonder maybe if that third one we're hearing, maybe that's going to be an Ashivore, and it'll be for the frenzy stuff. Alright, should have my shields at the ready, though, for all these tight corners. Which way did I come from again? Okay, now that's just more flask. So I wonder if maybe the scarabs are a sign of the three fingers, kind of like, you know, breadcrumbs pointing us in the... Hello, little imp dude. And he let go, trying to probably get to me. Okay. Is this going towards that gate I was going towards? No. Alright, smithing stone 8. Okay, guess that was it for this way. In hindsight, I am not looking up enough in these pipes, though, to see if things could drop down into the pipes like I did. Okay. So, this is where I came from. I hear yet another jingling scarab somewhere. But this was the one that I originally came from, right? If I go down this way, and then this way... Okay, yeah, so this is basically because I dropped into these pipes. From, yeah, right here. It's okay, so I haven't checked out this direction. And here we are. Yet again, though, I should be careful of possible traps. Four, 8. Just there we go. Get a bit of a refund there. Yeah, I'm kind of wondering if the scarabs are not connected to what I'm looking for or not. So easy to get lost in these areas. Alright, so next down 7. Ah, okay. So that's basically where I came in, like, way back when. So, okay. So we don't want to jump out there. That's probably the exit to these particular pipe works. Alright, so if I go back this way... Out up there... This way... Then over here... I don't think we've gone here? Or wait, maybe we have. Yes, because this was the area I first entered in. If I go down this way, there should be a slope relatively soonish. Here we go. Yes, and that's what took care of the rat, and I don't think I went down this way, so okay. You know what, let's check out the rat chamber. Okay. Fall down, but for right now, I'm going to assume I don't want to fall down. Big rat. it. Ah, boo. Alright, getting my stamina back. And nothing good. I don't know if it's possible to jump up these or not. Okay, cool, it is. Okay. So this just makes a giant loop here. I think then there was 2 drop downs, so I guess we'll take this one. Alright, so the next one 5. Okay, and this should be what I saw. Yep, there we go. Alright, path opened. I wonder where the other one fell down into, though. Now where, oh where does this go? Okay, we got pots. Alright, we know pots don't like fire. The big pot is not targetable, but I don't know if that means it's Alexander or not. Alexander, is that you? Nope. There we go, trying to get free of this little prison I put myself in. Aw, wasn't able to get this crit hit off. Alright, living jar shard, raw meat dumpling, living jar shard, ritual pot. Check for secrets, of which none present themselves, and... Alright, so that goes down. Now the question is, does something from above come down in exchange? Okay. Doesn't appear to be the case. I do wonder if I'm heading towards the boss here or not, given this goes really far down. Shocking that the only frenzy thing that we've found so far is that one Eye of Yelaw. Alright. Down, down, down. Hey. They're not about to come to life or anything, right? Lost Grace discovered? No, what are we dealing with here? The Forsaken Depths. I guess in hindsight, I should also check the other side of this part of the elevator. I'm not seeing anything that might be coming up, because it looks like there's this mud down below. Although I am a bit curious if that mud is a survivable drop or not, though. Go, Rainbow Stone. And burn, that's death. Trying to think if I go back up. Okay. Yeah, just have to get back to where we were before. Shouldn't be that difficult, so it should be okay to rest. Alright, no talking to anybody. 58,000 on runes. Three fingers, oh 3 fingers, are you down here? I wish to learn more. this is the boss hallway type thing. Alright, Smithing Stone 6. Wait, it is a church of some sort. If a boss fight was going to happen, you'd think it would have already triggered, but... just in case. Have things at the ready. What? Mog? Wait, what are you doing down here? Your dynasty's in Knockbrun. A lot of questions. Again, why is... If he's here, then what's in his dynasty? I am perplexed. I'm confused. I mean, it tracks with all the blood followers we've been finding down here, but I expected 3 fingers, not blood. If I go to Mog's dynasty down below, is that where we're gonna find the 3 fingers? Alright, It's like black... I mean, I think black knife. If I duplicate myself... Ooh. Touch... There we go. Hey, Dung Eater! He's a cooperator. Man, look at his sword. Alright. I mean, I guess if we have Dung Eater to kind of help out, we could... Nah, we'll stick to Black Knife. And then, if this is Mog, we know basically to use that. Alright, Mog, how do you like spears to your face? Oh, hold on. And I probably shouldn't have done that then, but whatever. Dung Eater has died. There we go. Mog the Omen defeated. Blood Flame Talons. Creates blood flame lacerations that then explode. Arcane 15. A Blood Oath incantation, granted by the Lord of Blood, creates blood flame lacerations for the caster, which explode in an instant. This incantation can be cast repeatedly. After dealing damage, blood flame continues to build up onset of blood loss for a very short time. And now's the time when the 3 fingers appears, right? To thank us for overthrowing the evil Mog who had usurped his cathedral, right? Bird Tree's Favor +1. Raises maximum HP, stamina, and equip load. A talisman depicting a special blessing of the Erd Tree raises maximum HP, stamina, and equip load. It is said that when the age of the Erd Tree began, such blessings were personally bestowed upon the recipients by Queen Marika herself. Okay. I mean, it makes sense that my maiden's gone, so I can't talk to her, but I thought maybe there'd be a talking. But okay, we can now upgrade again into Endurance. Hmm. Oh. Excellent. Three fingers. They're going to be down here. I've gone so deep. Okay, I mean, I just used that, so we're good on stuff. Oh, I think I'm close to what I need to be close to. The Holy Land. What? More God. Trying to help Volcano Manor out. Sealed by Morgoth the Grace Given. Trying to find the Three Fingers. Sealed by Morgoth the Grace Given. uh, can I take a peek? Why is there a violin playing down here? And I hear something moving. I'm tempted to poke the shield, but just in case, if it is my newfound friends, my newfound religion of three fingerism, let's not poke anything that we shouldn't poke. Huh. A number of additional questions. Those and the answers sealed by Morgoth the Grace Given. Oh, Morgoth. Alright. So I guess we don't get answers until we defeat Morgoth, but there is still more to explore. In theory, it might not be where the Three Fingers is, but given those mummified dudes clutching their eyes, that's a pretty strong indicator that that is where I want to be. But if we go back up the elevator, because there was more to the tunnels that we were heading down before. Ugh, my voice is suddenly dying. Hold on, I'm gonna clear my throat while waiting for the elevator. The shock of sealed by Morgoth is getting to me. There we go. Alright, back up we go. And double checking time. Yeah, we should probably wrap things up pretty soon here, which I think is going to be doable because, like, the other path that we didn't take leads back kind of to the quote-unquote main road that we were going down. We can ignore these guys. Go up over here. Alright, run up here. No, you don't. Actually, I'm trying to aim at the noble. Here we go. Actually, I think I might as well get a bit more practice here. But I am glad at how quickly this thing does attack. It's basically a twin pair of daggers, but without the actual daggers. So I guess this was how we got in. Okay, here we go. Yes, I thought... Oopsie, oh. These plants before. Yeah, because this was the path I was heading before went down the sewer. Alright, fire grease. You know, that worked out quite nicely. Ouch. Alright. One whack. Two whack. Stabilize. One, two. There we go. Fire in the piston. Alright, poison stone. Miranda powder. Yeah, I wonder what exactly Mog had to do with the Three Fingers. Well, you sure evaded me. Nomad Ashes. Ashes remain in which spirits yet dwell. Used to summon the spirit of a nomad. A member of a tribe that was entombed in the earth so as to bury the maddening disease that followed them. Able to emit a terrible flame of frenzy from his eyes, but has low HP and is frail, unable to take much in the way of punishment. Interesting. Okay. I see a violin on this guy, and also he has a hand thing, which we saw was down below, but I'm wondering now if all the merchants we've been encountering in the game, because they're nomads, and they also have their violins that they're constantly playing. Because I was thinking it's like, oh, maybe it's like a merchant down below that, like, he sided with the Three Fingers, but maybe they're all Three Finger followers. Huh. Is that distance fallable? I get the vibe that the answer is no, but... yeah. That'd be a no there. And I assume this will also be the same? Okay. And that's the elevator that we already took. I'm trying to think if there's anything else of here in the sewers that we need to check. Because, like, we came here from the far end door, from the roadside, and Subterranean Shunning Grounds was... boy, which direction? Okay, well, in theory, okay, so the one, Forsaken Depths, is one that we'll eventually need to come back to. Okay, Subterranean Shunning Grounds is not an actual teleport point. So in hindsight, we should probably go check in with Bach real quick. I'm very curious if Bach has a story, period. I'm also kind of curious if we can find, what's his face? The Silver Mask. Alright, Bach, where are you at? There you are. Gonna turn on the lantern to better look at his face.
Bach the seamster, at your service, master. Ready to make adjustments to your garments.
Are you... oh, did you see it?
Master, did you see it? The Erd Tree. I don't really have the words for this, but I was so dazzled. I felt something stir in my breast. The Erd Tree is waiting for you, Master. I know it, I do. I feel it in my bones.
Okay.
Oh, going so soon? Please do be safe on your journeys. Bach, this is ready to make...
Okay, he gets no new dialogue. A lot of things we could adjust if we wanted to. Oh, cool. The Nox Swordstress crown, you can just remove the top part. But why? Oh, cool, you can actually select the helmet underneath the beard. Can I read the, Alright. A pointed, ragged hood worn by Knight Jern. The hood hides an aged, bearded mask. Jern served General Rodon as a guest commander, and they are said to have sworn an oath of honorable death to one another. Okay, so crown worn by swordstresses of the Eternal City, these women are personal guards of the Night Maidens, and the silk hides their eyes. Long ago, the Nox invoked the ire of the Greater Will, and were banished deep underground. Now they live under a false night sky, in eternal anticipation of their liege, of the coming age of stars, and their Lord of Night. And then without that, the silk eye covering is removed, flaunting convention. Okay, so that's the only thing that kind of changes there. What does this do? Like, Abernethy's pointed hat, Mad Tongue Albeker's pointed hat, a sign of heretical practitioners, set with red glintstones that have been formed by the blood of sacrifices, strengthens thorn sorcery. Eldritch was an aloof yet disturbed heretical sorceress said to have been driven mad by jeering tongues during his service to the Round Table long ago. Which, yeah, we've yet to get any thorn sorcery, I think. Oh, okay, so removing the brim of the hat, or the hat itself, doesn't change the description. Can't really think of anything else that would, like, vastly change. With a banner extending from its back, and then not anymore. Okay, so all these look pretty similar. So it seems like the hats have more description to them. And yeah, that just kind of removes part about being set with the red glintstones. Trying to see how much some of these like change on the graphic itself. But not seeing a whole lot. Oh, but this one removes the shackles, though. Robe of Exile. Wait. There we are. Made from rough fabric that scrapes against the skin like a sharpening file. Oh, which, speaking of that.
Please.
Alright, we are real quick because I know, like, I forgot last time when we found out the revelation regarding, you know, America is Radon, so to speak, that, we did not follow up and go back to the Coliseum and inform Goldmask, because Goldmask is currently blue screening due to not knowing what to do with the information. So that might move stuff forward. And then what we'll do is we'll head to Khalid, head of the merchants, because I'm kind of curious now if him and me are playing on the same team, as it were. Because if so, cool. But I kind of suspect that there'll be no revelations there, but I am curious. Alright, we should be able to just run past these guys here. Alright, getting a Spectral Lance ready, since we probably have to fight at least 1 or 2 Coliseum fighters before we get up to Goldmask. If only they stayed dead, but oh well. Wonder if I can actually just beat him to death. And if they don't want to fight, that also works. I'm not here to fight them. I'm here to basically talk theology with my cleric friend and this master. Alright. We can let all those other dudes just chill. Okay, we'll try telling Goldmask first, and then cleric friend. Okay, we can tell him that Radagon is America. Or...
Oh, was that you? Yes, the Master is still ceased. And after coming all this way, why now, of all times? Who exactly was Radagon? The Master is stumped. His finger has remained still ever since Radagon's name was discovered. But oh, how important could it really be? The Erd Tree, heart of the Golden Order, lies before our very eyes. Why must these qualms come to you now? We were on the very cusp.
Okay. So we can't inform cleric friend, but we can just tell Goldmask. So that is what we would do. Hopefully he won't jump from the cliff to his death, having learned this. Tell him that Radagon is Marika. Golden Order Totality. Alright, do you have something to say?
What on earth did you do to the Master? Well, not that I'm complaining. Master's finger moves again, resuming his cogitation. More than good enough for me. I haven't the words to thank you. So I'd like to pass this on to you instead. A glimpse into the heart of the Golden Order. Documented by yours truly.
Okay, here we go. Immutable Shield increases left-hand shield's affinity and ailment resistance. 19 int though. Come on, man, I'm a cleric. Why not faith? I mean, it requires some faith, but... Come on, man. Alright. Purchase Immutable Shield? Yes. Okay. Not seeing any other new ones that we can purchase. Or even learn had we, like, you know... Currently, runes are not an issue.
To think that Radagon was Marika herself. Or at least, such is all I can interpret from the rhythm and calculus of his finger. How would such a thing even have been possible, I wonder? Sadly, I cannot comprehend it myself. Do you have a fuller understanding of the matter? Oh. Well, either way, I can continue my documentation. In truth, it matters very little whether I understand the Master's thoughts or not. I am merely his scribe. It is my sole and unwavering purpose.
Alright. I was curious if that unlocked anything, but no, it did not.
Further study of incantations, is it? Indeed, I applaud your enthusiasm.
Okay. No new dialogue, no new incantations. So, we've helped fix Gold Mask of the broken computer. Go. Just admiring Gold Mask attire there. That is a bold choice for the waist, my good sir. Alright, let us... Alright, we took care of that. Talk the Bach. Oh yeah, I did want to check in real quick with Eiji as well, because we forgot to do that last time, after taking care of Blade and then talking to Ronnie again. Hopefully Eiji's doing okay. You doing good there, big buddy? Your mistress is gone and your friend is, dead.
Well, my fellow, how may I serve you? As war counselor? Or as blacksmith?
Blade's death.
Unthinkable. How could Blythe? How did he break free from his cell? No. More importantly, Blythe became a curse that plagued Lady Rani. Yet even in madness, gave himself to her. I made a grave misjudgment. And I thought myself a capable war counselor. I'll catch up with you soon enough, Blythe. When I do, I only hope you'll accept my apology.
Aw, don't feel bad, big guy. Okay, we've already bought all the limited stuff, so if he does follow Blade into death, then we're good for right now. Is there anything we would like to upgrade right now? Okay, we do have more Smithing Stone 6. We can upgrade the Godslayer seal a bit more. Probably for the best. But we do get a lot of use out of the Castus, so as well. But Castus is currently at plus 17, so let's try to get these two at least on equal footing. Okay, and then... You know what? Castus is going to get the first upgrade into the Smithing Stone 7 category. Which will still put it behind where Pike currently is at, with Pike using the Smithing Stone 8s. Cool. Alright, later, big guy. And then someone I wouldn't think would have reason to go back to, but... Good old Merchant Kelly. I do wonder if it's going to have anything for us. Hello, friend.
it's you again. Always a pleasure. Care to purchase anything?
And yeah, he has a stick with a hand on it, just like those ashes do. Interesting. Okay. Nothing to buy that's suspicious.
Goodbye for now.
Makes me wonder. Because, I mean, the description of the ashes sounds like that maybe they're not exactly followers of the three Fingers, but the Three Fingers frenzy stuff just pursues them wherever they go. I doubt Kennethai has anything to say. I just real quick want to check in with another merchant, though, to see if, like, maybe they have anything? Being more generic and what have you. And riding off into the woods. And then we'll also do a quick swing by Round Table Hold. And wrap it up there, because I am slightly fearful for everyone's life, given that I set Dung Eater free.
Ah. Hello. How nice of you to stop by again. Please. Buy something, won't you?
Okay, nothing unique here. Plenty of meat shields. And no new dialogue. I'm curious if maybe summoning the ashes at some point has use. But the ashes do warn that they are very weak. We only get one summon. Okay, we weren't attacked by the Dung Eater right away. That's very good. My upgrade folk, you're all still alive and healthy, right? Good. I'm also a bit curious. Gideon, you also alive? You're not defiled? And ooh. I'll defile you next. Come to the outer moat. Okay. Element glancing at time, it's like, do we have time for a quick defilement? The outer moat. I mean, I would assume he's talking about where we last saw Blackguard, because he was at the moat. But yeah, I think that could probably wait until next time. We'll talk to the other two to see how they're feeling. Actually, we should talk to Gideon as well. Say if he's like, you did what? You set the Dung Eater free? He doesn't care. For being the all-knowing, he has no desire to know anything new. Although maybe that's kind of the joke of the matter. He already knows.
Greetings. Are you here for spirit tuning?
About the spirits' voices.
I can't hear them anymore. The voices of the spirits cowering from the curse. I suppose the Dung Eater must have left the Round Table. I just pray nothing ill comes of this.
And I'm also a bit curious how... Okay, so Grave Glovework to upgrade the Nomad Ashes. I would be very curious. Yeah, I'm curious, like, exactly how dangerous they are? Because, I mean, it sounds like his ability is a standard issue for all the regular dudes, but...
Well, I took you no matter to lay out your arms then.
Okay, so he's all still doing good. And then if we go down below...
In this ash, it reminds me of my...
Yep. Alright, she's still smelling that storm. Element, I'm kind of... Yeah, actually, we're going to do one final very quick thing. I'm just going to go back to... What was that? The debate parlor. Because way back when we were testing out ashes, we can kind of use this area for summoning, and I'm curious what happens if we summon the Nomad. Alright, so we go outside. There we go. Inventory. Nomad ashes. So it's a bit different looking than a merchant. Like, it has that kind of that mummified, horrified face. And that's the thing. I was not trying to kill the crab, I was trying to aggro the crab. Oh, actually. I know how to aggro people. Here we go. Alright, Nomad Spirit Ashes. Show me what we can do. Slap them with your hand, pointer. You know, he attacks pretty quickly for having a pretty big splash damage. Alright. Now time for the bigger test here. Actually, that's a bit curious. Let us make this easier for him. Where is our Mask of Shabiri? Boy, it's been so long I forget what it looks like. Hopefully I'm not being charged right now by a giant iron version. I am. Slap it. Slap it with your hand pointer thing. Alright, now how quickly will he die? I mean, he's definitely weaker than the other ones. But okay. I think overall, a pretty good test. Oh, we've definitely gotten stronger than we used to be for fighting these guys. Actually, this might be the better option. Prepare ourselves. Forgot about that. I was thinking to myself, it's like, I thought those guys would throw stuff afterwards, but I let my guard down and it looked like the attack was over. There we go. Alright, good test, good test. Like, go back to the Lost Table so that way when we start up next time we'll be there, and yeah. Many questions. In fact, I'm not going to teleport anywhere. I was just kind of curious. Yeah, the Rose Church. I wonder if... Yeah, I am very confused, because, like... Bog should be over here. That's where his dynasty was trying to be. Like... What happens to his dynasty now? So you know what? We're gonna set this up for next time, because I am now curious what exactly is in here. Because, like, if Mog's not here, then what is this place? Okay. I was kind of curious if this guy might have been like, hey, good sir, are you, Silver Mask? But he is not. So yeah, even though it's a bit of a detour next time, this is now suddenly related to my search for the Three Fingers. In that, why was Mog, in theory, blocking the path to where I think the Three Fingers might be? And again, given those zombified, horrified mummies right in front of that sealed door, and the violin playing in the distance, it's like, alright. There's like now a connection between the merchants, Three Fingers, and Mog, the now deceased blood god. Like, in my head, I'm like, I mean, he was a pretend god then, right? Because, I mean, obviously he's dead now, right? Or did I just, like, banish his spirit? Like, quite frankly, I thought he was going to be maybe, like, the DLC boss. It was just like... Because I remember, like, early on, I thought there was, like, some clue of that kind of being like, oh yeah, that being the case for my friend, but... I am flabbergasted and processing. I might be mixing stuff up, too. I probably am. But okay. Yeah, next time... Blood... Blood and money. How does it go back to the Three Fingers? But alright. Let's go ahead and call things here. Yeah, what awaits us in the Dynasty Mausoleum entrance? And do we need... Yeah, do we need basically the Purifies the Curse of the Lord of Blood anymore? Because it also didn't look like that Mog tried to curse us at all there. Maybe Dung Eater is a follower of Mog, and when we fight him, he's gonna try and curse us with Mog's curse? Maybe Mog wasn't the Lord of Blood. Maybe he was a pretender to the Lord of Blood, and, like, the real Lord of Blood is still out there. Again, a lot of questions. Very interesting. And they're all sealed by Morgott. Morgott, the friggin' grace given us. I can't go north to take down my Volcano Manor target. Can't go deep beneath the capital to find the Three Fingers. Everywhere I go, Morgott, Morgott, Morgott. So, Morgott is definitely wanting to make himself a big target for me, which he already was, but... Yeah, next time we're going to venture a bit into here, into this mausoleum, to see if Mog's not here, who's here? Because Morgott might be blocking me from finding answers with the Three Fingers, but is anyone blocking me from getting the answers here regarding Mog's role in all this? Because, like, he was right in front of the altar that led right to the Three Fingers, so, yeah. Questions. Many questions. But those questions will have to wait until next time. So, until then, later.